Again, my name is Lillian Eje, the project manager of Stand Tall Africa Initiative, the founding organization of the African Forum for Innovative Teachers. He is an advocate for human capital development. He is a visionary, a man who sees, I say a man who sees tomorrow here and today. While everybody is looking for what will happen today, he has already deciphered what will be tomorrow and start working towards it. He is dogged, he is humble, committed, dedicated, hardworking. Whatever name you are looking for to define a young man with a vision that is unbeatable, that is the name or adjective that we use in describing this person. He's no other person than Dr. Ogah Emmanuel Edeoja, the founder of African Forum for Innovative Teachers. He is the founder of Stand Tall Africa Initiative. He's also the founder of the Isah Research University of Leadership Management and Technology and other ventures. AFFiT have different cadres. We have research fellows. We have honorary research fellows, which is the award that we are bestowing on the dean today. We have the fellows. The research fellows are for lecturers in all tertiary institutions. So all of these men are leadership. With us today here are the leadership of Kaduna State Chapter AFFiT Fellows, in person of Mr. Isah A. We also have the PRO of Fellows, Kaduna State Chapter, in person of Madam Zainab Abubakar. And with us here is the training coordinator of Fellows, Kaduna State Chapter, Mr. Umar Sambo Aliu. And also with us all the way from Abuja too is the director for Information and Communication, Mr. Aaron Dalazubuina.
Privileged to invite Dr. Ogah Emmanuel to give a talk on the African Forum for Innovative Teachers. Sir?
The anchor person have established a protocol. I want to believe the protocol should be strong enough to carry me. With your permission, sir. So let me stand on the existing protocol. Of course, the professors, the dean, the vice chancellor, and all the senior staff that are here, and the remaining foot soldiers. The old saying is true that when a man is leading and no one is following him, he's just taking a walk. But with the quality and quantity of people that I am seeing this morning, I am sure that Professor Isah Usman is really leading. Please, a round of applause. And of the country here, the organization has assembled a very formidable team on the board of Stand Tall Africa Initiative. And the chairman of the board is, of course, the distinguished Royal Highness, the Emir of Zauzab. He is the chairman of the board of Stand Tall Africa Initiative. We have other distinguished Nigerians like General Magoro, Galadi Manzuru. We have distinguished lawyers, people that their name ring bells in the bar, like MD Wali, which I know all of you here, or most of you will know. We have on the board also the former Minister of Environment, of the person of the Emir of Nasarawa, the sitting Emir of Nasarawa. And then of course we have the Vice Chancellor, the sitting Vice Chancellor of Nasarawa State University, Professor Sa'adat Liman. as on the board of Stand Tall Africa Initiative, and of course, my humble self, I am the country director of Stand Tall Africa Initiative in Nigeria. And when we mention these people, the mission, the objectives of Stand Tall Africa Initiative, as a matter of fact, as we are coming here, the board signed a letter of congratulations to the dean that is going to be presented to him officially. So these are people that the names were not picked by the corner and put on the board. Everything, before I found my way into Kaduna this morning, His Royal Highness was aware that his country director is having his way into the Faculty of Education, Kaduna State University this morning. So, at the level of leadership, the organization is doing very well. We are one out of the many organizations that have been able to put up leadership development and capacity training for the National Assembly, both the Senate and the House of Reps. And we operate at that level where we serve as leadership consultants to so many organizations. Of course, at the level of entrepreneurship, we are with the Bank of Industry, Sweden, and most government agencies. We work with them for training and, of course, for other organizational developmental activities. Then, for education, Stand Tall has been running a 10 years reading and research program. Just last week, I got 50 trailers. I said trailers or books from well-spirited Nigerians and other African countries. That is how we have gone, and that is how our reading campaign has been. We don't pay for them, and as we don't pay for them, we also give them out freely. So I brought this for you, for your reading. We have come this far because we have acquainted ourselves with pages of productive books. Of course, you are a testimony to that. So, at the course of the reading campaign, we have a lot of programs within the reading campaigns. We have the General Magoro campus scholarship that have been able to pay over 5,000 students scholarship. Now, we have a lot of organizations in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, that play with statistics, that plays with figures. And I want to tell you that because of the caliber of people on our board, we don't play with figures. Take my words to the bank. If I tell you there are 2, go and find out. So I am not here to play with figures. As I speak to you, we have 100 PhD students that we are paying their money for their research and everything across Nigerian universities. That is what Stand Tall is. And countless of programs that beckons on or that borders on researches. And at the course of the reading campaign, Stand Tall has been able to establish a university, the Stand Tall University, Stand Tall Africa Initiative University, with the Pro-Chancellor as the Lamido of Adamawa. And of course, for such people who have identified with the organization, of course, you don't need to go to the herbalist to tell you that these guys are not doing badly at all. Stand Tall is the mother of AFFiT. And in AFFiT, everything we do relates to the teacher. Places where people were engrossed in discussion, not knowing that somebody is behind listening. And a friend was telling a friend, he was telling his friend, do you know that lady I wanted to marry? The lady accepted until she got to know I am a teacher. And they said, no, that is not the way forward. That her position in the family, marrying a teacher, of course, is as good as inviting a virus in generation. So, and so many more. We live in a society that the place of the teacher and the teaching profession has been relegated so badly that a man from the National Assembly can splash what is the total take-home of 5 professors in 1 year put together. He can splash it under 1 minute. And because of that, they could tell the professor to do anything they want the person to do. Change this figure to this and announce this result, and then they will credit your account. Hello? And of course, that is why 95% of the recommendations from our researchers end up in the library, where I was interacted with some professors in Canada. And I got to find out that the University of Toronto alone, we have about 56 professors that owns aircraft. Are you getting what I'm saying? I was opportune to relate with them. Hello? So, but back here in Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa, most of our recommendations, they are in our libraries. Because, you know, the people have a psyche about the teacher and the teaching profession. So AFFiT has taken up this challenge. You can hear Ms. Lillian talk about the primary and the secondary school. We have over 6,000 teachers from primary and secondary school presently, as I speak to you, who are members of AFFiT. Sharp, innovative, and they are presentable anywhere. We are preparing a good number of them to take them to Rwanda some couple of months from now for research. Some of them have taught for 25 years. They have never attended any training. They have never attended, whether local or international, any conferences. No one. So, AFFiT is here to polish the image of the teacher and the teaching profession. Hello? Get a scholarship on the platform of AFFiT. Go for further studies so that your voice will matter. We are trying to come together to bring up a very strong forum where, you know, when they see this lapel pin. I remember when we were trying to get our land for the university. Ministry of Land, Aegis, call it AMAC. They were asking for over 200 million to put everything together. But when I went with my boss to the office, it's just the lapel pin of NIPS. You know NIPS in Kuru? Yes. When he saw NIPS, the director of land was wearing the same lapel pin. It's a 2007 small board. We're 1990. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. And the director told the secretary, ensure, don't allow Ogah to wait. That is fraternity. A lot of things have gone bad. I am a graduate of the University of Ilorin. Block 10 is education. That is the Faculty of Education. While we were there in those days, we believed that if you are on your way to Faculty of Education, the school has rejected you, JAM has rejected you, everything has rejected you. That is why you are finding your way to Faculty of Education. And such a person graduates and everything is modeled up for him to make it worse. He finds his way to one private secondary school where they're paying 50,000 after 30 days as salary. So, AFFiT decided to begin to look at ways to bring up projects that we gainfully employ these people. We approached NCC, National Commission for Colleges of Education, and we signed a 10 years MOU that all lecturers in colleges of education should be trained under AFFiT and be made research fellows. And students in NCE 2 and NCE 3 should be trained as student members. And today, that project is going on. We have not even spent a year in the project and we are doing wonderfully well. Their lecturers are presently assessing our grant in addition to what, you know, they are getting from TED funds and all of that. Now there is a need for us to look also at the university. So, what we are here to do is to see how we can convert these guys that have track record in promoting quality education, quality teaching, and quality leadership. And to see how we can also partner with the faculty so that the lecturers, some of the lecturers that are struggling to still do their PhD, we have programs for you. We have arrangement for you that you can access our grants. Some of you, you have been struggling to see how you can go for your international conferences and all of that. As a fellow of AFFiT, a research fellow of AFFiT, you must attend 2 conferences every year. One is the local, another one is foreign. The local is free of charge, we organize it, you present your paper. We have our journals where you can publish your papers. And then the international, of course, you pay 50% and AFFiT support you with the remaining one. And I hope, as the Dean comes on board today, a man of impeccable character, a man that our committee has concluded that he has got the track record for what it takes to be among the Honorary Research Fellow of AFFiT. And I want to say to you, and particularly to him, as a random, welcome to the world of work. When you come to AFFiT, AFFiT is work. And I have to tell you that I have a lot of professors under me. Yes, as a visitor and the proprietor of Stanford University, I should have enough professors to send here to come and induct him. But why will I be wasting the strength sitting around and everybody will be answering sir for me? No, I don't do that. Because when I die, I am going to be resting and sleeping like the people over there. And I will keep resting and sleeping forever. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. So while I am alive, you know, I have the energy to do it. Our staff, they are over 600 and something because we have a lot of primary schools. We have other organizations, microfinance banks and all of that. That every day I am assigned, you heap profiles. But I have to create a chance to come to this place so that I can do the conferment of the honor myself. And that is why I keep on telling lecturers, when you are conferred as a fellow, a research fellow of AFFiT, nothing changes. What changes is you. Because we know that, of course, because of where the society has placed you, most of our teachers are lazy. But when you come to AFFiT, you don't just wear the gown. I call it the gown of responsibility. I know Prof has worn a lot of gown, but the gown he's going to wear today is a different gown because we'll be waiting for him to bring abstracts of research work that we have to sponsor, research work that will help the university, research work that will help Kaduna State, and research work that will help Nigeria. Thank you and God bless.
Also standing on the beautifully established campus. I have been in the teaching profession. Dr. Joseph Dunia, the Dean, Faculty of Education here. My joy today, this morning, is to once again hear and see practically that the teacher, the Nigerian teacher, and the teaching profession itself are still alive. I say this with a lot of mixed feelings. Having, like I said, been in the profession for the past 40 years. And by all standards, teaching profession as it is defined in Nigeria. I went through NCE, I went through Bachelor of Education, Masters in Education, and a PhD in education.
Full blown.
So, if there are other parameters that define what a professional teacher should be, I think that is the pattern. But never has it been that I can proudly stand up and say my profession is alive. I am alive as a teacher, sincerely speaking. But this brief address gives me a lot of hope, and gives me a lot of hope for myself and for the country, that indeed this noble profession that runs like a stigma in most people, even amongst ourselves, the teachers, we first and foremost project ourselves as inferior to others.
That's true.
I entered the teaching profession as maybe one of those that went as a stepping stone, because then I went through secondary school with no interest or much desire for teaching. But along the line, I developed that likeness for the profession. And I have been enjoying it even as a personal achievement, knowing that government is yet to see it the way it should be seen. My dear people of AFFiT, I am happy with the strides that you are making to bring government to your noble activities, because that is the problem. Individuals cannot sponsor the profession to any meaningful achievement. It is people like you. If you talk and people are moved like I am, government is moved like I am today, then the hopes are greater for the teacher and the teaching profession. We will not sit down and allow your efforts go. This dean that you see him being to be conferred today, we will not allow you to sleep until you take us to that promise, especially even if it's in terms of sensitization and reawakening of the spirit of what we're teaching. He was my supervisor in my PhD, and he came here to enjoy with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for bringing this honor home. About 50% of those that did PhD were supervised by him. Burden has been added to you. If you don't catch them, we will catch you. Yes. Abstracts with vision, targeting the needs of the state.
That's true.
And the university, KASU. KASU is a Stokely University trying to write its name in the global. Nobody knows that the teaching, the Faculty of Education can come in readily. Now, our provost is here. The VC has had it. The Senate has had it. And we appreciate it.
As I said, I'm not here as a provost. I'm here as a brother to my brother, because I was touched and honored that he's being honored. And education, I'm not a professional teacher, I'm a lecturer. I never read anything in education. I'm here by natural inclination, so I have a few questions to ask. First of all, nobody is stronger than the government. You are an NGO. How old are you as an NGO? And you have given a lot of detailed background, but the documents here do not show all those things. You mentioned big names that we know, they are part of our education. The question is this. Nigeria is a very formal institution that recognizes efforts because government knows that as far as education is concerned, they don't have the capacity or the well result to do everything by themselves. As an NGO, why are you just visible today? Because you're honoring my brother. I am from Zaria. I belong to a small community educational sector where there is nowhere in the world that have not gone for this. Is it because you're only concerned with education and teachers? Because in your, ironically, this thing you're giving, I come from our own learning society. I'm the public relations officer of Nigerian Public Society. We have 6 different societies. The owner of the chairman there has published more than 1 billion naira worth of books, free of charge, because we want to promote what you're promoting. So this is a testimony, I've seen that. Well, I want to know, why are you interested in teachers? And why were you when they killed education at the grade 2 level? I've never heard of you. And you're from Benue. I'm surprised. Because as I'm talking to you now, we in Zaria and Kaduna State are angry that the College of Education that was so famous, better than Ahmadu Bello University, have been made a university. Whereas, as I'm talking to you, this faculty has people who are employed as lecturers. They don't know what it means to write a note or to study students. So, as I said, why is your target and why is your presence only now available in this side of the world? All my life is education. I'm not a professional. Right from my primary school, I've been active in education. I've never heard of this name. I've never seen it anywhere. I'm even trying to Google now. But I don't know what I'll get because the data has just run out because of the So, on a personal note, I'm very proud of your effort because it's not a lie. He has an imposing integrity. You may seem so tiny and belittling, but he's a superb bottle of energy. Wow. And here, no, I'm honest. How you explain it, the process you followed to get it. I know he's a poor man like me, he cannot afford to give you money. And I know most societies, they say you have to pay some money. I'm sure I cannot afford 1 million naira to join the society. So you explain everything how you go for that. So back to the question. Okay, we're happy you're here, but why now? And why teachers only? And why were you, when this was being sponsored to get education, for technical education? Everybody education, but nobody is educated to be a teacher.
And having gone through your AFFiT Stanton booklet, I have gone through your objectives and then the criteria, the processes of application. So what I want to ask is, we've been talking about teachers. We know, as the Prof has already said now, we have different categories of teachers. Those that are trained teachers and those that pick.
Induction ceremony. May I again respectfully invite Dr. Emmanuel for the ceremony.
The proposal we are presenting to the Dean is a proposal that has a lot of projects within, and for the lecturers and for the students. And of course, he is saddled with the responsibility of meeting with the school management to start with. Other universities, like the Kaduna State University, who is part of this project, we have already signed the MOU and we have commenced the program fully. And of course, if the Kaduna State University would sign, I think you will also see a merit in it to present to the institution for why your institution should be part of this. I mean to say, Prof, that it's a world of work. In AFFiT, we don't enjoy, we tell our teachers, this is not a generation when you use your lesson plan that you have used for 10 years ago. You come and just, when you are coming to the school, you look for any clothes in the wardrobe and just wear and come and teach. Meanwhile, as you slept yesterday and woke up, the world population has changed because knowledge is dynamic. So it's a world of work. And those of you who have not done your PhD that you intend to come in, becoming an AFFiT fellow doesn't change anything. It will only have to take you to change it. And what a nation when education has gone into extinction. So please, it's something that we would want to do with the whole of our heart, and we know we have the leader that is going to take the lead within the Faculty of Education in Kaduna State University. So Dean, it's a ground of responsibility, and we hope that I think the Deputy Dean can do the examining job. Now this lapel pin for our teachers, as they are giving it to you, is free of charge. When you lose it, you pay 25,000. It's foreign, and we don't have a spare. The spare is you pay for it. But the first one is for you, and we want you, anytime you are going for any AFFiT official assignment, you have to identify yourself with it, so that as we promote the teacher and the teaching profession. So, before all of you, I want you to see that, let me present the MOU first. The MOU, a 39-page proposal and a 14-page MOU presented to you. It's a draft copy because your university will have the opportunity to correct whatever they want to correct within before they can call us for final signing. Congratulations on this. And this is a letter from the board congratulating you as a research honorary research fellow of AFFiT.
You're not smiling.
Of fellowship, and we present this on behalf of the AFFiT family and the board of directors of AFFiT. We say a big congratulations. Thank you. Now, that is the oath.
Sign it back.
Yes. So you.
Where is the golden pen?
Sir?
Where is the golden pen?
The golden pen.
No, I think you have to cross. You just present your paper. A panel is there. They'll go through the paper and invite you, and then you do some presentation. So at the end of the day, through this process, if the university eventually brings us in, be sure that by next year edition, your university will be part of such event.
I, Prof. Isah A, Usman, have been found worthy in character, leadership, scholarship, and service, and having been admitted into the distinguished honor of the Honorary Research Fellowship of the African Forum for Innovative Teachers, AFFiT. Do solemnly affirm and pledge that I shall uphold and advance the vision, mission, values, and aspiration of AFFiT, and shall faithfully support this commitment to educational excellence, innovation, research, leadership, and sustainable development across Africa and beyond. I shall serve as an ambassador of knowledge, integrity, professionalism, ethical leadership, using my influence, expertise, and position to strengthen educational institutions, empower educators, inspire learners, and promote evidence-based solutions to the challenges confronting education. I shall champion research, innovation, collaboration, and lifelong learning, and shall encourage generation, application, and dissemination of knowledge for the advancement of humanity and the transformation of society. I shall mentor emerging scholars, educators, researchers, and leaders, nurturing future generations who will contribute meaningfully to the progress of education, their communities, their nation, and the African continent in general. I shall promote mutual respect, inclusion, equity, academic freedom, and intellectual integrity, and shall uphold the highest standard of honesty, accountability, transparency, and professional conduct in all my engagements. I shall protect the dignity, reputation, and credibility of this fellowship, and shall not knowingly engage in any act that may compromise the trust, confidence, or honor placed upon me as an honorary research fellow. I shall support strategic partnership, institutional cooperation, collective action among government, education institutions, development partners, communities, and stakeholders in pursuit of educational transformation and human development. I accept this fellowship not merely as recognition of past achievement, but as a continued call to service, leadership, scholarship, and impact. These are solemnly affirmed and pledged to uphold faithfully, honorably, throughout my tenure as Honorary Research Fellow of the African Forum for University Teachers. So, help me God.
Me.
I thank God for giving me this opportunity and for allowing him for me to be honored as Research Fellow for AFFiT. I really appreciate this effort. And, what I wanted to even find out is that part of my speech is that I want to find how Dr. Emmanuel Ogah was able to support me here as individual person, not as a dean of education. Then, we have been having so many NGOs in Nigeria, but don't have enough impact and effective one like this one. But this one, they came to our place. What are we going to do? This is a kind of achievement for AFFiT itself. And after education, as you asked, we have a lot of professionals that can help in all the education of your researches, collaboration, whatever. There are plenty here. All the fields are talking about education. We have them here. So which means that's why I'm happy that I can utilize them. I have soldiers that will do work, that will train me and assist me in all my application. And then you get to one important issue concerning the MOU issue. Already, we have signed one about 2 months ago in the DC concerning Indonesia, collaborating with the Faculty of Education. They have been signed already. They even asked us to bring a student on scholarship. They will pay for a scholarship to come and study in Indonesia, but not in medicine, but in all areas of education university. So this one, it's a second one we are having now, second MOU, which is we are happy to Almighty God to do all this thing for us. Then, sir, we will talk about something I want to find out. Some NGOs have come to Nigeria to train our teachers. While our teachers have gone through NCE, they have gone through B.Ed, MSc Ed, all this stuff. So why NGO is coming again to train our teachers? Which I will find out from you, sir. Then, this what we are bringing now. It came at the right time. because our teachers, they need a lot of innovation, as you said. Some of who are using what? All teaching methods, all lesson plan. What are changing? Let me give you examples. We are used to lecturing the student 40, 50, 60, even primary school, secondary school. It's one teacher facing the board. But now, innovation is bringing collaborative teaching. You sit in a group and teach themselves. Not why are you teaching them? You have to guide them. So this kind of innovation will come in. So this AFFiT organization we are going to sign on this. Then sir, the issue of reading habits. In Nigeria and Africa in general, even in the whole world, it's a problem now. Our students don't want to read. When you give them an assignment, you go to what? You go to WhatsApp, you go to AI, you go to this and this. So this one, how can we be able to solve that thing through AFFiT? And the caption of your organization, stand tall. Tall, double. Stand tall and become tall. That's what you mean, sir?
Yes. The provost, sir. or the brother to...
okay, I didn't mention my name. I'm Ahmad Baju. I'm the junior brother.
Okay.
I'm from Zaria. My education is life.
What they to start with, the letter that actually got to the dean specifically specified it, that this honor is on the dean of his character, his hard work, and on, and it doesn't come with any form of financial implication. Yes, sir. And MTN will say terms and conditions or hidden charges. No single hidden charges. If there were, we would have told him, but there is none.
Thank you.
Yes. And this is because what we want to do or what we are doing, we don't want it to be bought. We want it to get to the people to be earned. Yes, who to be earned. The people that has the name, that has the credibility, and has the proof. Of course, only a fool can doubt proof. So, you said, how old is the organization?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. As I speak to you, Stand Tall Africa Initiative is just barely 15 years. And then AFFiT has been coined at just barely 3 years out of it.
Fine. Okay, so, sorry.
Yes.
You said interaction.
Yes.
So Stanford has
been in the business of education all this while.
Fine.
But there is something that is so striking in the business of education, which is the teachers. We just started this business of polishing, redefining, and laundering the image of the teacher and the teaching profession. This we are doing in collaboration with the federal government. We are dealing with TRCN and some other international supporters. And of course, just as you said, there were a lot of things that have gone bad before we came on board. Yes, so much has gone bad. But and that is why we have to come this way we are coming. If we are not a serious organization, what we would have seen is that some patches of forms in the hands of some lecturers within the faculties of education, or some patches of forms in the hands of students. No. What we have done today is the dean is going to be honored. We have a proposal for the university that we are going to present to him, to the vice chancellor. Somebody just asks, how do we come in? No, we don't deal with individuals. When we are in a community, everybody knows that Stand Tall and AFFiT has come to this place. Going forward, Faculty of Education now knows that there is an organization called Stand Tall and AFFiT. This organization is not ending here. We have a proposal, a draft of an MOU that he is going to present to the university on behalf of the faculty. Once that is done and we are called to cross the dotted line, then we start churning out our projects for the lecturers and for the students, but all through him. And this project is only taking place in 9 universities, at least for the next 4 years, just like a pilot project. And Kaduna State University has been picked because of the person of the Dean of the Faculty of Education. So, Provost, you are supposed to be asking, but since you are not asking, at the end you have to thank him, because I shortened all the discussion for the purpose of question, because I know during the question time, things like this will come up and we'll trash them. Now, the name of the organization is Stand Tall Africa Initiative. From the beginning, we've made up our minds, understanding the history of Africa, that will not be the organization that say, give me, give me, give me.
Okay, that's
yes. And because of that, before the organization started, or at the course of the organization, we first and foremost assemble the best heads, people that their name can easily open doors. I have sat down with IBB directly as we are talking. He was making a call to General Magoro. Do you know this boy? And they said, please give him everything he says. It's my loyal boy. So we have names on the board that naturally open the door for us when it comes to other transactions. Now the organization has also gone into so many other things because we don't want to beg. We don't want to come to a place like this and be telling the dean, this thing you are going to do, you are going to be paying 500,000. No. So we have Midamic Secondary and Primary School in Abuja, which is a school owned by the organization. Our university is just coming up, which is a part of what we do to get, and of course, if you know and if you study that document, we say that we are into leadership. A lot of organizations subscribe to our leadership training. Sometimes we write to organizations and they get us 200, 300, 500 persons for training. We raise our funds through that. And of course, entrepreneurship is also part of what we do. So this project, I will say that we have already gotten our names. Like as this is coming, there are people that what they donate to the organization is not books. They donate other things. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, on the 25th of next month, we are officially handing over the office of the Pro-Chancellor to the Lamido. The Lamido on his own has invited Boa and named a faculty in his honor. Only God knows how that will turn out. If we get 2 naira from them, we'll say 1 naira goes to teachers training. So the organization is contented, and there are lots of other organizations that wants to partner with us. And when they come at that level, of course, we know how to put the modalities together. And let me say it even before the provost and the dean, that no matter how poor a teacher is, there is no how that he can become a fellow of AFFiT free of charge. The money is 100,000. I get what I'm saying, which is already enshrined in the MOU for the draft. This thing. The teachers that we say we have over 6,000 teachers across the country, their fellowship money is 25,000, and it's pay once in a lifetime. So it is not, and once you become a fellow, you have opportunities to write your proposal for grant. You have the opportunity to present your abstract for research, and on and on and on. So we do 90% of our funding from within, and of course, other fundings are sourced from participants of our programs and other collaborations. Provost, is that coin that makes the bargain valid. Across Africa, we have a whole lot of organizations that springs up, and they are here today and tomorrow you don't see them. For this year alone, we have trained, if not at all, up to 200 to 300 teachers in Kaduna State. This year alone. And there is another training that is coming up when? In Kaduna State, August. Yes. We are looking at this. We don't do alone. We contact the Ministry of Education to select the teachers for us. And they don't pay. They don't come to our training thinking of what to pay. Just come. The selected topics are from TRCN in order for you to qualify to become a very good teacher in your teaching level.
They will learn all from us too. Because see, this morning, I've learned a lot from them. This I've learned from us.
Yes.
Very especially from two speakers, Provost. Yes, sir. This is sponsorship, partnership, and coordination. I know my staff are very listening, and they're eager to request for those things. And you're not come to you. You come to me. So, if you hear anybody knocking at your door, in your house, in your office, it is me. Bringing their problems to you.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prof, for Professor Muhammad Muftau.
I'm happy for choosing our dean, Professor Usman, for this distinguished honor. At the same time, I want to inform you that you have chosen the right person and you have come to the right place for whatever issues you have. And what I would add is that when these kind of organizations come into this institution like ours, there was this assumption that they believe that they come to look for money. So I want you to change the narration and change the mindset and change the thinking and come up with something beyond looking for money. If you're looking for collaboration, for networking, for joint partnership, I want to believe you're in the right place. So I want to thank you once again and wish you settle back to Abuja. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I would like to stand on the existing protocol. You are all welcome. When I heard of AFFiT, I thought you are talking of Air Force Institute of Technology. So you are verified. I'm happy to have you here. I'm not happy that today my dean was honored. Innovation is something that we all require and all institutions deserve it. But the issue here, if you are concerned about the teacher, what about the schools? What about those instructional materials that makes the teacher innovative and make the school innovative as well? Because most of these things are lacking. It's not that the teacher doesn't want to research. No money for research, nothing. Even the journals we use for our promotion, we pay for them. How much is the salary? Somebody is collecting 300,000, and for him to, he has the goals to initiate something that is innovative, but he doesn't have the resource for it. And moving that particular thing forward, people are scared, this. When you give up your own idea of a particular research, somebody steals it at the top and use his own name. So, if a teacher wouldn't come up with that and wants to develop his own idea from the grassroots, what happened? Where is AFFiT here? What are you going to do? Because I know even within this particular faculty, there are a lot of teachers that are innovative. A lot of teachers here are innovative, but they lack the funds to move ahead with research. Because I could remember when one of the doctors we read the news came up with a snake vaccine, you know, he took it to US saying that he's not going to develop it in Nigeria. What happened? When he went to US, they said it was not, it's not good for human consumption. Coming back to Nigeria, somebody in US developed it and advanced it. And today is the same snake venom we are using. So in order to avoid all these things, I want AFFiT to consider some of these things now. There are teachers that are innovative, educated teachers, intelligent teachers that are ready to move forward. But we are stagnant. We are stagnant. Let me tell you, this department does not even have a laboratory. We have to go to the main institution there for our students to perform practicals. So, please, I call on AFFiT, look at institutions, even though this place is supposed to have moved to the new, yes, which I know most of these things have been provided there, or will be provided there, but still, there are universities that are still growing, just like ours. AFFiT, please include KASU in your submissions to the higher authority, so that you people can help us.
Thank you.
Prof, thank you so much, Prof. We're grateful. Thank you. Congratulations. Yes, thank you.
It will benefit them also. You know, before they are even ignoring private school.
Yeah.
They workshop. This private school, those students are going there. They are going to the same markets.
Exactly.
Why you? Let's go to the better gives them training.